오늘 해볼 게임은 히치하이커이라는 게임이고요. 일단은 설정을 좀 해볼게요. 네, 이렇게 하고 비디오 이런 거는 조작할 거 없는 것 같고, 상호작용이 좌클릭이네요. 이상하게. 취소가 이거 둘러보기, 뭐 별게 없네요. 이 게임은 그냥 히치하이킹을 하면서 약간 미스테리를 조사한다라고 해야 되나? 그런 게임이래요. 평화로워. 히치하이커. 차를 제가 운전하는 건 아니고요. 그냥 둘러보는 거예요. 네. 뒤는 못 보는 것 같고, 이게 저네요. 깡통, 차기, 배낭 열기, 칫솔, 양치질을 꼼꼼히 하는 친구인가 봅니다. 이거 못 먹나? 나도 하나 먹고 싶은데. 해바라기씨인가? 안녕하세요, 아저씨. 건포도 인형. 씹는 담배? 이런 것도 있어. 아저씨,
So, where are you headed?
저요? 그건 모르겠는데. 어깨를 으쓱한다.
Not the talkative type, eh?
네, 말이 별로 없어요. 저 실제로도
okay.
진짜 말 없어요, 저.
Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk.
아, 그렇군요. 경치 하나
raisin?
끝내준다.
They're from my farm.
이게 건포도인가요? 감사합니다. 해바라기 진 줄 알았네. 몇 개 흘렀는데? 상관없나? 저기 아저씨? 아니, 아저씨. 아직 맞지 않네. 아직?
Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. We still farm more of those in California than anywhere on Earth.
와, 근데 진짜 경치 하나 좋다.
You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real?
갑자기 무슨 소리세요? 가르쳐 주시죠, 어르신.
Raisins and grapes, man.
네?
They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right? Memory's a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you. Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you. Oh, I hitched. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself sitting in this car talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? This one. We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air. Just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
특별히 기억하고 싶은 사람이 있나요?
She's dead now, but you probably guessed that. Thanks, but you don't look like you're doing so well yourself.
왜 그렇게 생각하시죠?
Takes one to know one, right? I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air.
내가 아는 고속도로는 차가 되게 많이 다니는데 제가 뭘
Young
슬퍼하는
guy
거죠?
like you, I wouldn't have a clue.
부인은
My
어떤 점을
wife,
기억하십니까?
if I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she looked like. Remember everything about her. Just not her face. Some people have faces that are easy to remember. Doesn't seem fair.
아무튼 뭐
Well, it's not
부인이라면
as easy
당연히
as you
기억할
think.
텐데요.
I'll give you an example. You think you're present in the moment? You've been talking to me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes?
파란색 아니었나요?
Yep, not bad. But that's just your photographer's eye.
아, 사진사라는 컨셉이구나. 근데 제가
Just
사진사라고요?
figured from your gear. A lot of photographers carry that backpack.
칫솔밖에 없는데.
Tell you
Okay.
what, Ansel Adams. Do me a favor and crack the window, would you?
뭐야, 성냥첩은 뭐야?
What you got there?
성냥첩이네요.
Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important. Hey, kid.
이상하네.
How about opening that window?
에, 물론이죠. 근데 어떻게 열죠? 아, 예.
That's better.
보통 여기에
Now, where
버튼이
were
있지
we?
않나요? 우리나라 차가 아니라. 히치하이커를 자주
Yeah,
타시나요?
fair number. But after a while, you start seeing the same few archetypes over and over. You got the numbnuts Kerouac fans. You got your autodidact blowhards. They'll talk your ears off. You get a lot of people from Cincinnati for some reason. You got your deadheads trying to get to some concert someplace. And then there's the water bottle person, always worrying that they're going to run out of water before they get where they're going. Still, you're the first hitcher I ever picked up who doesn't have a destination. Copernicus. Well, seems like the right name for a guy who's traveling the world without knowing where he's going.
코페르니쿠스는 누구지?
You just sit back, Copernicus, and invent a language where false statements are impossible.
그냥 넘어갈게요.
You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain.
우리나라에선 볼 수 없는 경우가
There was this one time when we passed a billboard for this new kind of bread. Challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread.
그만 좀 불러주시면 안 될까요?
Oh yeah, that drove mom and dad crazy. Come on, join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of
그냥 의식의
challah
흐름인 것
bread.
같아요. 게임이 미스테리를 한다는 게. 아, 200 착착이네.
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective. Getting older is funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens,
뭔가 좀
but the
어지러워요.
writing gets better and better.
아, 꽤 심오하네.
Thanks. I got it from an app. It's this app with philosophical sayings. My wife got it for me to make me sound smarter. She had a way with words.
두 분 사이가 좋으셨나 봐요.
Yeah, well, that all sort of depends on which raisin you take out of the box, right? How you spin it. We were married for 37 years. People used to ask us how we managed, being married and all, working off the side of the road together, sharing a little trailer. The truth is, nobody knows if they're happily married. All they know is that it's the thing they've been doing every day for the last 37 years. It's not that simple, Copernicus. Life has a way of chipping away at that certainty. It'd be easier if you had a number assigned to you. A number from 1 to 100.
아니면
Printed on
요약해서.
both
근데
your
이게
foreheads where you could
빠른
always
시간
see.
내에 안 고르면 나도 어떻게 될지
It would
모르겠어.
arrive in the mail every year, right after you file taxes.
하겠습니다.
Oh, we're a 71. That couple down the street, the Rosens, they're an 82 this year. Oh, I guess they have it a bit better than us. Some way of knowing.
그럼 부인의 어떤 순간을 기억하고 계시나요?
There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
한번 봐도
Well,
될까요?
I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine. But help yourself.
연감 모시게 그리고 사진.
Hey, where'd you get that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you.
이게 왜 이 차이에 있죠?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question, Copernicus. Did he... Who gave this to you?
그런 적 없어요.
Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it.
그 여자 누굴까요?
What woman?
사진 속에 여자.
Well, oh, her. Well, hard to say. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. What's that black thing in the glove box anyway?
쌍안경.
See anything interesting there?
홍차가
A
보이네요.
windmill, eh?
거긴 어딘가요?
No idea.
좀 더 돌려볼까? 휴식. 휴식을 좀 취해서 잠깐 말이나 한번 해볼까요? 할 말도 없다. 이제 다 했어. 아저씨가 기침해서 저도 기침 나왔잖아요.
Say, wanna hear a joke?
네, 뭐 좋아요.
Why did the raisin take the prune to the
포도가
dance?
자기를 소개하는 세 글자. 뭐죠?
He couldn't get a date. Hey, that reminds me. It's almost 4:30. You'll like this. It's my favorite.
뭐죠?
I once knew the hostess, Darlene. She used to change the tires on my truck on Highway 51.
Welcome to another Interstate Riddle Hour.
주간 고속도로
Here's our first
수수께끼.
riddle. Keep your eyes peeled, all you blacktop carpetbaggers. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see. Very good. Here's our next one. A gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
뭐야 그게? 잠그 문은 잠가야지. 아저씨 안 잠그고 뭐 했어요? 저 죽일라 그랬죠.
Need some help?
엔트 좀 주세요.
Think metal teeth that open and shut.
열렸다 닫히네. 내가 보기엔 문밖에 없는데? 저 모르겠어요.
Need some help?
네,
The answer is right between your feet.
다리 사이에?
Very good.
I don't know why I listen to this every day. Damn questions are rigged. I never get them.
전 하나
Says the guy
풀었네요.
who never knew what pressure to keep his tires at.
Hey,
네?
Having fun? Want to keep going?
그래요. 하나
Great.
더 하죠.
Here's another one. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but once was red. What am I?
글쎄요. 힌트.
Need some help?
예,
Check
힌트.
your backpacks, friends.
대박.
The answer could be
성냥촉? 추측하기.
hiding inside. Well done. Okay, here's a tough one. I have 4 wings but cannot
날개가
fly.
4개인데 날지는 못하고.
I never laugh and never
울지도
cry.
안 된다.
On the same spot I'm
같은
always
장소에
found,
있으면서
toiling
우리가
away with little sound. What am I?
날개가 4개? 뭐야? 난 전혀 알 수가 모르겠는데? 날개가 4개. 힌트.
Need some help? Round and round we go, people.
팔을
Need
힌트.
some help? You might need to get your binoculars out to
상황경.
find this object. It's not so close.
공차?
All right, here's our last riddle. He lies without touching the
지상에서
ground.
가장 게으른
Oh, come on, Darlene.
뭔가 분위기가 좀 그런데? 분위기가 좀 그렇다. 뭐야, 이것도 수수께끼였어?
Damn it, Darlene. I should have tipped her better when she changed the tires. She's been out to get me ever since.
무슨 거짓말을
Look, she
하지?
isn't being straight with you, kid.
Check the photo, Copernicus. The photo in your bag. Then you'll see.
뭐야? 갑자기 얼굴이 사라졌어.
She's in trouble, Copernicus. You must help her.
어떻게 하죠? 지금 이게 무슨 일이죠?
Things like that happen all the time on this highway. It's nothing to lose your scrunchie over.
그 여자에게
Kid,
무슨 짓을 한
I am
거죠?
sorry about your girlfriend. But I had nothing to do with it. It's just the opposite. I was sent to protect you.
저를 보호하라고
You
누가
did.
보냈죠?
You picked
내가?
this car every bit as much as I chose to stop for you.
무슨 뜻이죠?
You picked this car, picked me, not to feel anything.
뭘 느끼지
Kid,
않기
Just
위해서
let it go. There's nothing for you down that road. Nothing but hurt.
제가 당신 말을 믿을 이유가
Look.
있습니까?
I admit I lied. But only about one thing.
우리 예전에 만난 적
Yeah.
있군요.
We've met. Twice, in fact.
좋아.
Sure.
그럼 처음부터 시작하도록
You showed up at
하겠습니다.
my trailer park taking photos. At first, I was a bit suspicious, since there were plans to kick us out and develop the trailer park into some kind of shopping center. But then it became clear that you'd been sent here by a magazine to do one of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
왜 처음부터 솔직하게 말하지 않았죠?
Kid, I told you, you don't want to go down that road.
진실이 두려울 게 뭐가 있죠?
Well, what's that they say in that Tom Cruise movie? The one where he's a bartender? Everything ends badly, or it wouldn't end at all. I wasn't afraid of the truth either, back then. My wife, when she got the x-rays, when she knew, she decided to spare my feelings. didn't tell me anything. Hid the x-rays in one place I'd never suspect, because it was so obvious.
설마 글로브 박스예요?
Stayed closed until today, till you came along.
자꾸 말 돌리지 말고
I wish it
요쪽은
was that simple,
말하세요.
kid.
무슨 뜻이죠? 뭐야?
Hey, Chief. Why don't you have a look here?
여기 누구야?
He appeared on this highway about the same time you did. I guess he's part of what you're running
내가
from.
도망치고 싶은 거. 아무도 없는데? 뒷좌석에 있던 사람은
Not
어떻게
sure.
사라졌죠?
You can't see him directly. He only shows up in mirrors, windows, pictures.
지금이 본 상황이에요?
Well, we haven't talked yet about the second time we met.
좋아요. 그럼
That's
두
the
번째 만나게
thing.
될
It's a
얘기하죠.
little hard to explain. Better if I just take you there.
진심이십니까?
It's just a quick detour. We'll be there in a minute. But close the window. You don't want to have it open where we're headed.
창문 열려서 좋을까 봐. 날씨가 점점 어두워지고 이제 무슨 일이 일어난 거죠? 뭐야? 점점 밤이 되고 있는데 지금 완전 시꺼먼데 그냥? 별도 없어. 보통 이런 시골에는 별이 있어야 되는데 그냥 뭐야?
A man travels along a road until he reaches a gate at the top of a hill. The road has been long and straight so far, and the going has been easy. But now the man can't go any further, so he takes a seat by the road to rest. The man waits, and after a length of time that seems neither short nor long, the gate opens, and a guard appears.
출입 요청.
The man asks the guard for entry, but the guard says he cannot let him enter at the moment. The man thinks for a second and asks if he will be allowed through later. It is possible, says the guard, but not now. The gate now stands slightly open, and the man tries to look through it longingly. His journey has been easy so far, and he misses the feeling of the open road. The guard notices and laughs. Even if you could gain entry, there are many gatekeepers after me. Some are much stronger than me, and I'm afraid to look upon them. So there the man waits, for days, months, years, waiting to enter. One day, when he's given up hope of entering, a single question occurs to him, one he has not thought of before. Why, he wonders aloud, are there no other travelers along this road? All these years, no one but myself has waited in front of this gate. The answer to this question comes from a voice near his shoulder. It is you who made this gate, says a bird perched nearby. So it exists for no one but you. But why? Asks the traveler. Why would I choose to stop here?
세계 먹이 주기.
The bird answers after hungrily eating a crust of bread from the man's hand. After this point, the road becomes less straight. It splinters like the tree in which I live, splitting into dozens hundreds of branches. The path becomes impossibly narrow and frail, and crowded with the view of other paths one could have taken. There's only one point ahead on the road where all paths converge, where all points join, where the light shines through skin and through lies. But it's never been reached by one of your kind, a traveler who walks on feet. Shoo! Cries the guard, chasing the bird away. Don't listen to his nonsense. Having said this, he takes a seat next to the traveler, but not before closing the gate forever. So when you think about it, who knows how long we've been sitting here, just like this, on this road. Take it from me. It's better to face things with, what's it called again? Fortitude. Better not to feel too much. Want a raisin?
Yeah. 오, 이 장면 어디서 많이 봤는데?
See? You're getting used to him. Life is like a box of raisins. That's some Forrest Gump type wisdom for you right there. Here, I'll leave the box open for you. Help yourself.
뭐야?
Look, hooded crows all along this road. I have to chase these for my farm every harvest. They look hungry. Didn't get much peck out of this last harvest.
분위기 또 왜 이래? 뭔가 이 새들이 길을 안내하고 있는 것 같아. 먹이를 줍시다. 건포도 창밖으로 던지.
You don't want to do that, kid.
왜요?
These birds are unpredictable. There's no telling what they'll do once they start swarming. Get enough of these crows together and it's big trouble.
왜죠? 한 번 더? 아, 안 돼.
Look, hooded crows all along this road. I have to chase these for my farm every harvest.
아니, 아까랑 똑같은 거. 방금 전에도 그 말 하셨는데요?
They look hungry. Didn't get much peck out of this
아니,
last
방금하고
harvest.
똑같은 말. 아니, 저기요. 저기요? 무한측금이에요 무슨? 아저씨, 아니, 방금 전까지 주지 말라.
You're making a mistake, kid. You don't know where they're taking you. Look, I'll help
아니,
you.
지금 의도를
I'll
그렇게 하고
help you
계시잖아요.
figure out what happened when she came back from Europe.
좀 몸이
Look,
돼요.
I get that you're
그러고
mad,
있잖아요.
and I don't blame you. But you don't know what's out there, kid. What other drivers on this road are like. Stay with me, and things will play a whole lot safer.
싫어요.
All right,
싫어요.
I guess you made your choice. Don't blame me for what happens next.
알았어.
Now you've done it. They've taken control of the car.
우리를 어디로
I don't know, Copernicus. Why don't you ask them?
뭐야? 여기는 어디?
We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling. The moment you looked through those binoculars.
여기구나. 대체 뭘 원하는 걸까요?
They're pulling us around in circles. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. They want to take you, I suppose, to that windmill in the middle.
허수아비를 까맣게 반대쪽으로 향하게 돌리라고. 어떡해. 내가 돌릴 수가 없어. 어떻게 돌려? 지들이 허수아비들이 알아서 돌아가고 있네.
You need to rotate the scarecrows. See if you can find something in this car that might do the trick.
아니 저기요, 지금 이거 쓰고 있어서 상호작용을 할 수가 없잖아요. 아씨 아 미치겠네. 아니 취소 이렇게 했는데 왜 안돼. 이어서 한번 해봅시다.
We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling.
쌍안경은
The
다시는 안
moment you looked through those binoculars.
성공했어.
Well, they're pulling us around in circles. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. They want to take you, I suppose, to that windmill in the middle.
영감으로 나온 것도 아니 아저씨, 차에 쓸만한 도구가 없잖아요. 쌍안경이 맞나 이거?
You need to rotate the scarecrows. See if you can find something in this car that might do the trick.
창문 손잡이를 사는 것 같아.
That's it, kid. Now, more of the same. Almost there. That's it, kid.
됐다. 사진?
I think it's for you.
대체 왜 저러는 거죠?
They have a way of leaving gifts once you've fed them. Often something shiny or a piece of string.
까마귀를 보니 생각이 날 것 같네.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. It's practically a cliché. Going to Europe to have new experiences, and yeah, it's corny, but maybe find myself.
I guess I'm just worried that you'll find yourself but lose me along the way.
I'll be back before you know it. Promise. Here's a security deposit.
What a weird box. Did you win this at the circus?
It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside, so you know I'm thinking of you. And then we have our road trip together when I get back. You won't miss me anyway. You have plenty to keep you busy, like that job in California. The story about the
vanishing grape farmers. You're right. I'm worrying too much. I love it. Does it lock?
In some other world, it must, but not here. Okay, trade you a memory box for your Polaroid. Say cheese.
Well, now that you know how it started, it doesn't make the next step any easier, does it? Listen,
무엇이 제 기억을
I
앗아가는지를
disapprove of just
찾아야겠습니다.
about every choice you've made on this trip.
예?
But I like you, kid. And I can see you've made up your mind. If you want to find your girlfriend, if you want to find out what happened, if you really want to go there, you've got to find that box.
근데
I don't know,
어디
kid. But find that box and the key. Open the box before it's too late. Well, this is where I say goodbye. Unless you want to help transport 4 bushels across. Nah. Just remember, there are many more gates ahead and many more guards. I'm pretty much the friendly drunken uncle of the bunch. Well, good luck to you, kid. Oh, one more thing.
뭐죠?
What did the grape say when he got run over by the car?
모르겠어요.
Nothing. He just gave a little whine.
하하하하.
Good luck with your search.
아.